Welcome to this Speaks for Me how-to video tutorial guide. Let's begin by creating a new user. Let's go to the Start button, click on Computer, click on Drive C, go to Users, go to My Account. Let's go to the application data file, the local profile, and in there is the Speaks for Me directory which stores the database files. Let's copy a new version of the Speaks for Me PEX 2010 database and paste it to here. Let's rename this to a meaningful name such as new user. That is a newly created default user. Now if we minimize that and launch Speaks for Me from the Start button, go here, click on there. Now if we now press Ctrl, Shift and M to get the menu bar, there we go. We have the file exit option, we have the admin feature, and we have the help about box which you've just seen. Or you can access that again by clicking on the Speaks for Me logo. So let's go into the admin, database admin, and let's point to our new database that we've just copied. Let's go to database. Let's now select where that is, which is in my name, application data, local, Speaks for Me, and there we have the new user database that we've created. Speaks for Me will ask us to restart, so let's close all this down and restart. So we do File, Exit. Let's now go back to the Windows Speaks for Me icon, rerun it. Again, press the Ctrl Shift M to activate the menu bar, click Admin, let's go to Database Admin, let's go to Student. We have a default account there, so let's add a new user. So let's say new user. Click the tick. Let's now close that down. Now we're currently logged on as the default user, so if we exit and restart Speaks for Me, now Speaks for Me will ask us which user profile we want, so we select the student. We want the new student profile, so click the OK button. That will now create us a new student. Again, by pressing the Ctrl Shift M, we can now go to the admin, database admin, and see which categories we need to activate in the new user profile. You'll see that none of the categories have been activated, so we can either select all to select all the categories, or deselect all, or use the reverse to inverse what's already been selected. In this case it will reselect everything, and then we can now say save to save the active categories. When we close, Speaks for Me will redraw with the categories all active. You'll notice that none of the images have been displayed because the profile has activated the categories, but we need to now activate the images in those categories. So again, we can go to the Active Images category, select the profile that we want to work on, which is the new user category, click on the categories that we want to activate any images for. For example, let's do sentence starters, and there you'll see all the images that are available that are currently deselected. So we could select all, and that will select all the images in the category that we want to create. There we go. Any that we wanted or we wasn't sure that we wanted, we can click on there to look to see whether we prefer that one or that one, and we can then either select or deselect as we want to do. We click save, and again if we close speaks4me's down and click on the sentence starters, the images should be visible within the grid. Next, let's create a new category field. Click on the admin, database admin, and in the already selected field, let's create a new category. In the blank name, let's type a name. You can put a further description in the description field if you wish, or let's select a new colour. And let's select and load a new icon. So let's go to load. We've got on our removable drive, we have some speaks4me icons, and let's just select an example one. For example, let's have a one for. If we now click open, you'll see that the icon has now been loaded. The icons are standard Windows 32 by 32 .ico or .bitmap files, so with the first pixel in the lower left corner used as the transparency background. In this case it's magenta, and there you see that the transparency has been applied. Now we can click save, and if we now click active categories in our new profile, at the bottom should be a new category which hasn't been selected. If we now choose to make that active and click save, we can now go to the active categories to select the order that speaks4me displays the categories in. There we can see that solar system is the third one in our list. If we wish, we can move it to be the first one by moving up, or we can lower it down to put it back into alphabetical order if we wanted. So since we're working on it, let's move it up into the first category in our list. Click close. speaks4me is now redrawn with our newly created solar system category, our favourites category, and our sentence strip starter all active there. Next, let's add an image or some images into our newly created category. So if we now go to admin, database admin, and we go into utilities, we have our solar system category selected, so we can now import an image. If we now go to our pictures, we can use one of the standard Windows images for the time being, and let's select the penguins one, for example. We can open that up, and that should be imported into our image file. So if we now go to active images in our newly created new user profile,
penguins.